Alright, would you like to be the narrator?
I will be the narrator, yes.
Okay, I'll be this. I'll read the stage directions in a
Oh.
very, very monotone voice. Okay,
Yes.
let's go.
Cinderella is on stage with her two stepsisters.
Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Cinderella who lived with her two stepsisters named Jimmy Weaselbottom and Blurg. They were mean to Cinderella and made her taking out the trash.
Cinderella pantomimes the chore while her stepsisters laugh at her. Then her stepmother comes on stage.
When Cinderella was done with that chore, her prim stepmother made her doing laundry.
Stepmother acts in a way that fits the adjective in for. What is the adjective in for?
Wait.
Okay, I'll take two. Okay. Stepmother acts in a way that fits prim, and Cinderella pantomimes the new chore. A prince appears on stage.
One day, the prince announced he was having a luau.
I'll be the prince.
Okay.
I'm having a luau!
Prince exits. Cinderella and her stepsisters are excited.
Everybody wanted to go. Even Cinderella. But her stepmother had one more chore for her.
You can go if you clean all the car. Stepsisters laugh. Leave with stepmother. Cinderella pantomimes cleaning car.
Cool. Cinderella tried cleaning them all, but it was taking forever because there were so many. There were almost 3,201,000,000.
200,000,001?
3,200,000,001.
Oh my
Loaded
god!
with cars. What the heck? Okay. Cinderella cleans faster, but she is getting tired and sad, and finally falls down. She is so tired she can't go on and cries.
Suddenly, a magical kami appeared.
Magical person comes on stage, and Cinderella is surprised to see them.
It is me, Kami.
Kami.
Cinderella! I am here to help you go to the party.
Cinderella is excited.
First, I will turn frog legs into a dress.
Magical person does this, and Cinderella pretends to put on the dress.
Then I will turn seaweed into a carriage.
Magical person pretends to do this, and Cinderella pretends to get into the carriage.
Finally, I will get some dragons
Actors come in acting like dragons.
and turn them into horses.
Actors were the animals now act like horses.
Then Cinderella was given slippers made of netherite.
Cinderella puts these shoes on and does a little dance in them. The dance will be easy or hard, depending what they are made of.
Have fun at the party. But remember, the spell ends at 8:13 a.m.
Cinderella gets in carriage and rides behind actors behind horses, and they go in circles around the stage, and magical person exits. Actors enter as party guests.
Cinderella arrived at the luau, and everyone was sit in the corner alone.
One guest becomes the prince.
Then the prince saw Cinderella and said, "Fire truck!"
The prince and Cinderella had a wonderful time, but then the clock struck 8:13 a.m. Cinderella freaks out and runs away. Wait! You left your netherite slipper!
The next day, the prince went looking for Cinderella. He couldn't find her because her stepmother had locked her in the maid's quarters. That makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Cinderella's little friend, a talking donkey,
Hi. Hi.
saw her trapped and guided the prince to her.
This way.
Animal leads Prince to Cinderella. The prince tries the slipper on Cinderella and it fits.
The prince tries the netherite slipper on Cinderella, and it is a perfect fit. And
They
lived happily ever after. The next one would be Three Little Pigs.
We're going. Okay. I'll be the narrator this time.
Okay.
Okay. Once upon a time, there were 3 weak-minded pigs. The first pig built his house out of death wish. The second pig built his house out of passion. And the third pig built his house out of art. One day, a wolf went looking for his flower. He thought the 3 pigs took his flower.
I am the wolf. Those pigs took my flower.
He went to the first pig's house in the town.
Welcome to the town.
The wolf knocked on the door and said,
Uncertain pig. Uncertain pig. Let me in.
Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
The wolf got mad and said,
Fiddlesticks.
and he huffed and puffed and blew the house down. The first pig ran to the second pig's house in the other town.
Welcome to the other town.
The wolf knocked on the door and said,
Dead pig. Dead pig. Let me in.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
The wolf got mad and said,
Objection.
and he huffed and he puffed and blew the house down. The pigs ran to the third pig's house in the next town over.
Welcome to the next town over.
The wolf knocked on the door and said,
Empty pig, empty pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
The wolf got mad and said,
Oh man!
and he huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed. But the house didn't fall down.
Oh.
The wolf decided to go down the chimney. The pigs hurried to the fireplace and made a fire and boiled some mercury. The wolf came down the chimney and fell in the boiling mercury, burned his tail, and ran all the way home to the town in the distance. Scene!
I think he died. Uh-oh.
The next one is Little Red Riding Hood.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
right. So I'll be... Is there a narrator? Yes, I'll be the
think there
narrator
is.
again.
Okay.
Once upon a time, little Midnight Blue Riding Hood. She was skipping through the lapida. She had a basket full of escargot, and she was taking it to her distant aunt twice removed.
Over the river, through the woods, to distant on twice removed's house we'll go.
The big bad axolotl heard her singing and smelled that yummy basket of goodies. He really wanted that escargot. The big bad axolotl stopped her.
Can I have some of your escargot?
But little Midnight Blue Riding Hood screamed and screamed.
Bamboozled!
The big bad axolotl ran away, but he still wanted the escargot. So he ran ahead to distant Aunt aunt twice removed the house and locked distant aunt twice removed in the basement. Little Midnight Blue Riding Hood arrived and found the axolotl in her bed as her distant aunt twice removed. As her distant aunt twice dressed in her bed as her distant aunt twice removed. Little Midnight Blue Riding Hood thought something was wrong. Was distant aunt twice removed sick with lovesick?
Hi. What a... What a big booger you have.
The big bad axolotl was very sensitive about his booger. This made him very angry, and he decided to eat Little Midnight Blue Riding Hood. She screamed and ran to Narnia. There she met a big, strong scuba diver. The scuba diver captured the big bad axolotl and took him to your mom's house. Midnight Blue, pardon me, Riding Hood found distant aunt twice removed in the basement, and they all had escargot for dinner. They all lived happily ever after, except for the big bad axolotl, who spent 0.375 years in your mom's house. The end.
Okay, last round, everyone. What is the play we are doing? Madame, Mumei?
1 second, I need to find it.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
She forgot.
I found it.
She found it?
Rapunzel. Oh, you know what?
Rapunzel! Okay! Is everyone ready for the grand finale?
I'm ready.
Grand finale! Is everyone ready?
I think I might. Since you made it, or since you did that, I was narrator last time, so you can be narrator.
Once upon a time, there was a sad little princess named Rapunzel. Rapunzel had a couple of problems. First, she was locked in a tall nuclear plant
Right.
made of diamond.
Oh.
She also had the world's longest nostrils. Rapunzel's nostrils had magical powers through, though an evil witch forced her to stay in the nuclear plant. To keep all the magic all to herself. Once a week, she would visit Rapunzel and call out to her.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your golden nostrils.
Rapunzel did because she really needed the food the witch brought her to survive. She especially enjoyed the soup the witch made for her.
Why are you sad, Rapunzel? I give you a home and your favorite soup.
I'm sad because I never get to see your doom, or a clock store, or even go to an abandoned shopping mall.
You cannot leave until I discover the secret of your magic nostrils.
Hoo-ha! How long is that gonna take?
I'm guessing about 11 years.
That's a long time. I wanna leave now!
There were once some wise words my grandmother once told me. Look both ways before you cross the street.
What does that have to do with anything?
When the time is right, you'll understand.
And with that, the witch slid down the golden nostrils and disappeared into the woods. Rapunzel was upset and cried so loudly that a handsome young brewmeister heard her. He quickly climbed on his okabe and rode into the woods. He followed the sound of crying, and he found a tall nuclear plant. Do you want to be the brewmeister?
Okay.
Is someone there?
Yes!
Why are you crying?
I'm trapped in this tower. The witch won't let me go.
How does the witch get in and out?
She climbs up my nostrils.
and Rapunzel showed him her golden nostrils.
That is the most beautiful nostrils I have ever seen.
Really?
And Rapunzel leaned out the window to give him a good look at her nostrils, but she lost her balance and fell out the window. The brewmeister sprung into action and quickly made a net out of his wristband, and tied one end to his okapi, and held on to the other end just in time to catch Rapunzel. He was so captivated by her wonderful nostrils that he dropped to one knee and proposed on the spot. They were married, had 11 children, and lived happily